kidding me? We're going to do this? Okay. You can do a recount. Or take that thing right there if you want. Wow. Thank you so much to all the previous Hodges winners, anybody that had to do with the Hodges Award, the Hodges family. Thank you so much. I am so grateful, humble, and just really excited to be here. Thank you so much. A couple people to thank real quick. First of all, Prescott Smith and his lovely wife, Trish. Thank you so much for nominating me and supporting me this award. You're a pal, buddy. I appreciate it. Don Henniger, who's my podcast partner for the Sage One in Scottsdale podcast. We are telling the stories of Scottsdale. We are bringing the positive side of Scottsdale out, and we're telling the stories that need to be told, and it's a blast. And thank you so much for having me along for that journey. To my class 29 classmates, where are you? Right here, to each and every one of you guys. I love you. I can say something about our class and how good we are, but I'm going to say one thing. If you know, you know. And we know. And you know. So thanks a lot. Most important, I need to thank my lovely wife, Brahma. She's the real superstar, my friend. 27 years teaching special ed Panda at Scottsdale Unified School District. 27 years. And before I tell you folks, you changed some lives. You teach special ed for 27 years. You changed some lives. It's kind of ironic I'm getting an award for some sort of a servant leadership today. I'm here to tell you, I'm not even the most servant leader in my own household. I don't know, one more thing, that we can't go out in this town, we can't go to dinner, a movie, a grocery store, anywhere, where somebody's not running up to Brahman and saying, Brahman, look at little Johnny and Susie, and presenting to us a very well-mannered adult young man or woman, and so impressive, and they said, they start off with challenges and had to go into the program, and look where they are now. And I think that's such a testament to what Brahman does and what every other teacher at SUSD does. So thank you so much. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Brahman and I met later in life. I had already lived a whole life before I even met Brahman. We've only been married 50, known each other 15 years, married a little over 10, so not very long really. And the guy you see standing before you right now was nowhere to be found when I met Brahman. Completely different person. Because you live that long, you live that life, you can't change a man. I mean, there's this documented that, older guys, they're set in their ways, and you can't change a man. Just listen to any country and western song. You can't change a man. And I know that Brahma and her friends looked at each other and said, are you sure you want to get along with this guy? But Brahma looked at all the data, she looked at the red flags, and she told her friends, she said, hold my beer. It's amazing. Scottsdale leadership obviously had a profound effect on my life. I know exactly where I was standing, the place, the time, when the purpose of Scottsdale leadership hit me like a lightning bolt. We were touring STARS. I don't know if you guys still tour STARS, but most of you know who STARS is, Scottsdale Training and Rehabilitation, where they help adults with intellectual developmental disabilities. And what an experience that day was for us, especially for me. We go there and they have a lot of programs. And one of the cool programs they have is they have a program called Integrated Employment, where companies like Cox Communication will contract with STARS that if their clients have certain abilities, they can actually do something to provide back to the value of Cox Communications and their customers. For example, they can take remote controls that have been turned in, power up, power down, channel up, channel down. This is a good one, this is a bad one. And they do this little task and they get some compensation for it. And it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And we got there on a Friday afternoon. What happens all across America on Friday afternoons, everybody gets paid, right? They get a check. And we were there and they had just gotten their paychecks. And this young lady came up to me just flashing her paycheck. I got my paycheck, I got my paycheck. I said, that's really, really cool. And I asked her a question and I didn't realize, I thought it was an innocent question, and I didn't realize that question would change the course of my life. I said, what are you gonna do with your paycheck? And she said, I'm gonna take my mom out for ice cream. And I was blown away by that because I thought, I don't know who your mother is, but somewhere in Scottsdale 25 years ago, a woman gave birth to a special needs child, And for every day since then, you've been protecting her and taking care of her and getting her ready for this moment right now, where with her own abilities, her talents, and her skills, she was able to do something to contribute back to the community and earn a paycheck on her own. And isn't that what we all want to do, is do something on our own? Amazing. The next room we went to was a room where they were doing an art project, and I think they had some high school interns or some part-time employees with name tags on. They looked to be like young adults, and they were helping the clients of stars with their art project. And I was just amazed at how, at the same time, they were compassionate and empathetic, yet stern and focused on the task. And I thought, I'll never be able to do that job. I can never do that. And I think I'm a high-skilled person, but I can never do that job. And that night I went home, and before Brahma got home, I was on the back patio. I made myself a drink, and I was reflecting on the day, and I thought, what are you doing? What are you really doing? You live in this beautiful home, you live in Scottsdale, you have great co-workers, you have a great job, you have colleagues you respect. You have a lot of things going for you. You're extremely blessed, but what are you really doing? Because that young woman that you saw today at Stars is doing more to contribute to this community than you are. And you need to fix that. And right then, Brahma came home and she said, how's Scottsdale leadership today? And I'm like, we're selling the house, we're moving, I'm quitting my job, we're moving to Africa, and we're going to help the refugees. And Brahma said, pump the brakes, man, pump the brakes. Why don't you start local? And I thought, she's right, I need to. She goes, be like Gary Shapiro. Look at Gary Shapiro. Has Gary Shapiro, has Gary Shapiro authored any landmark legislation or anything like that? No. But he gives back to our community every single day by inspiring other leaders like myself, and he does more for our community than I think just about anybody. So I model myself after Gary Shapiro, and I try to start small. And I have one more thing to say, and that is, you know, you've given me a lot of cool stuff. You gave me this really cool medal. I have some cool vase coming up here in a minute. You gave me a plaque. You've given me a lot of really cool stuff. But what you've really given me, what you've really truly given me today, is the best tasting ice cream cone ever. Thank you so much.